Welcome back. In part 2, we are going to go into Google Forms and begin configuring our new quiz before we start adding questions. So once more, I'm going to commit this from within Google Classroom. So here is my Chapter 17 unit test. I will open the object and then click right on the blank quiz item itself. By default, since we earlier turned on locked mode, this is the screen you will see. Do not worry, down here in the lower right hand corner, you simply click on the pencil icon to edit the form. And now we see the blank quiz with a first question already up and ready for us to begin to configure. Before we get to the questions, we need to first double check our settings on the quiz. So we navigate up here to the icon menu bar at the top and we select the gear settings icon. We have the window here pops up. Most of these will already be set, so you do not have to make a lot of changes, but I just want you to see what is here. Because we built this from within Google Classroom, it configured it the way that it needed to be configured for it to integrate properly with Google Classroom. And notice some things are grayed out. The first thing we have here is a warning sign. These settings are disabled because the locked mode was turned on from within Classroom when we created it. But notice that the collect email addresses option is checked and grayed out. That means Google Forms is going to automatically associate the user's school email address with their particular instance of the quiz once they take it. We do not have to create places for them to type their name, anything like that. It's already automatically connected. Requires sign-in underneath of this is also automatically checked, so this will be restricted only to students who are in the Rejoice School Gmail system, and in this case to students who are in your class. And limit to one response, so students can only take this one time. If you want to just look at items in the other two tabs, presentation and quiz, you can simply check on each of these. And if you wish, these are some aesthetic things that appear on the screen. You can have a progress bar that would pop up and show students how many questions are total in the test and how far along they are. You can have it by default randomly shuffle the question order. That's completely up to you. And then under quizzes, you just want to double check this. But again, to make a Google form actually function as a quiz, that is where there are grade points, or where grading can be done, points can be assigned, and then collected, it has to be activated or enabled to be a quiz. Now once again, because we created this from within Google Classroom, Google automatically configured this all the correct way. And so all of these options by default work well and are probably what you want. So you don't have to make many changes. And in fact, the only reason I'm showing you this is just so you're aware of what is here. Most of the time when I create quizzes, I don't ever bother coming to the settings page and making changes. It already is configured the way that works quite well in the Google Classroom system. So we can click Save, and we will be ready to begin adding questions. We will do that in part 3.